Hey foodies, we have a special edition for you today. My daughter Faith and her husband Ryan have a good friend in town, Eric, and he asked them, hey, can your mom make lava sauce from Taco Bell? So I've never had it before. I had to look it up. Apparently Taco Bell had this Volcano menu and it featured this lava sauce, right, which they say is the hottest sauce that they ever have produced. And indeed, I started researching it, and between 2008 and 2013 this Volcano menu was huge, and a lot of people fell in love with this lava sauce, which many people are claiming is pretty addictive. But they took it off the menu only to bring it back again in like 2015 for a brief period of time and take it away. So Taco Bell, shame on you for being so sadistic. Be like McDonald's, do like a McRib thing, bring it back once a year. Because in fact, people have started Facebook groups about this. They have been soliciting Taco Bell to bring this sauce back now for years. Even on Twitter, there's a whole like hashtag rest in peace taco sauce, lava sauce. Perez Hilton's in on this. So I went a little deeper into the rabbit hole, and here's a blog posting that led me to a Reddit. And there's a million Reddit threads on this sauce as well. So someone on Reddit about 5 years ago posted the actual ingredients to the lava sauce in the United States. And I'll get into that in a second as to why I say United States. So their main component is soybean oil and red jalapeno peppers. That's how it was made here. Also, it is mayo based because there's the egg yolk and the soybean oil and the red jalapeno peppers. But this menu is still available in other countries like the United Kingdom, South Korea, I believe, and India. So I went to that website to get an idea of the actual ingredients in the current lava version. And as you can see, it's rapeseed oil, which I've never heard of, honestly. And, you know, every country has different things. So they're using cayenne pepper. They're not using any red jalapenos. I'm assuming because they're an island, it's probably cost effective. It's not a climate conducive to growing the red jalapenos or the jalapenos. So it's probably cheaper to just use cayenne. In fact, people are saying, yeah, you know, the other versions do not compare to it. So it seems like the internet's been wiped clean of these recipes. I found 2 on the internet, and they're both extremely different. This person is using a Cheese Whiz kind of thing as a base, but it is clearly mayonnaise based on both UK and United States. There's a couple of YouTubes. Mythical Kitchen seems to kind of have nailed it the most with using the red jalapenos, which isn't easy to find. I had a difficult time in my grocery store. I actually had to go through the green jalapenos and find the red ones, but I did. So I think the key component is to roast them. So I basically just took the kind of the hybrids and using all my research to sort of create my own recipe for this, but having never had it, I had to have Eric be my taste tester because he requested it. He would know. So these are the spices I'm going to be using. I'm actually in my daughter's kitchen tonight. So I roasted the peppers and I put them in a plastic bag to let the skin soften because of course you're going to take the roasted part out. But here is what I've come up with what I think is a very close facsimile. We've got the powdered garlic, a little bit of brown sugar, that's in the UK recipe, the cumin, some powdered onion, cayenne pepper, and of course that can be to taste, some smoked paprika, some sweet paprika, and some black pepper. Now, in retrospect, I'm going to tell you, add a little bit of salt as well. And this seems really weird and out of place, but we're going to use the Kraft macaroni and cheese cheddar cheese sauce packet. Turns out I'm using the entire packet, which comes out to roughly to about 5 tablespoons, and a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of vinegar. And I'm going to actually be using the Taco Bell fire sauce. You can get that in a bottle in your grocery store, but mine was out. So we did order Taco Bell for this. I just asked them to give me extra fire sauce packets. So now I'm removing the skins from the jalapenos. I suggest using gloves for this. I did wash my hands immediately afterwards, but if you forget and then rub your eye, yeah, not so good. But what we're going to do is just take the skins off and then, yes, place it in a plastic bag for about 15 minutes. And now I'm putting them in the blender, and I'm going to add about 4 packets of the fire sauce. And the reason I'm choosing to use this as opposed to like Tabasco, because they do say cayenne pepper vinegar, which would be Tabasco. Tabasco has its own distinct flavor. It's kind of a brand thing. So I'm using the fire sauce to get roughly the same component of the lava sauce, but with the Taco Bell vibe. You know, I'm figuring it's Taco Bell sauce. So I wanted to kind of stick with the brand, stay on kind of on point with that. So now I'm just going to add in all of the other spices to the pepper mix that we're going to put into the blender. And yeah, I mean, not having had it, I don't really know. I did read it's like spicy, sweet, tangy, got a little bit, but apparently it's addictive. And I think we discussed this afterwards. It's because of this stuff. This is called Accent, but it's AKA MSG. MSG has gotten a huge bad reputation throughout the years because in the 70s or 60s, some doctor came forward and said, oh, it causes Chinese restaurant syndrome, which is like high racism hidden, but no, not at all. Scientific studies have been done to show that that's bunk. It's not really true. Now, if you think that you're sensitive to MSG and you swear that, every time you have something with it, you do get a headache or whatever, okay, I'm not going to invalidate you. Like, that's your thing. And maybe there are people who are sensitive to it. But honestly, this is the addictive component to fast food. You can make any of your food addictive too if you add the MSG. And so that is basically what was missing from the sauce that I just made. It does enhance flavors of food tenfold, and it is what keeps us coming back for more. So, I mean, if you want to use it, go ahead. Obviously, you don't have to. Otherwise, it's like a natural version of lava sauce. It's not the version of lava sauce. You could even try the tomato bouillon. I know the chicken bouillon definitely has MSG in it. This may, but there is a little bit of tomato paste in the original recipe. So, in the United States recipe anyway, I should say. So I'm adding a little bit of vinegar just because I'm not sure how much vinegar is in the fire sauce. And I want kind of the tang that the experts who love this sauce claim that it has. So now I'm just pureeing all of the spices with the roasted jalapenos, and now I'm going to add the cheese sauce in with some mayonnaise. It's very hard to determine specs on this since there really isn't a recipe. I'm creating this off the top of my head. So I'm probably using about 4, I think. Yeah, I started with 4 and I ended up using 6 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And of course you want it to be a good quality mayonnaise, and you want it to be legit mayonnaise, not avocado or olive oil based mayonnaise. You want it to just to be straight up mayonnaise. Soybean oil based mayonnaise. And now I'm just adding the roasted pepper puree mix, which smelled divine, I must say, to the sauce. Now, I'm not a big hothead, and I never really ate Taco Bell, so this is probably not something that I would have ever ordered. So again, I needed my taste tester, and he was the only one in the room that had ever had it. But I'm mixing it up now, and I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. I actually ended up really liking this. But I added a little bit more mayo. So yeah, I think it was about 6 tablespoons in total, just to thicken it up a little bit, because I wasn't really sure of the consistency of the sauce. And that's it. So I would say, add a little bit of salt, add a little bit of MSG if you really want a Taco Belly.
All right.
The lava sauce is great.
Have you had it before?
No, I don't even remember having it from Taco Bell.
Okay.
This is great.
That's what I'm saying.
I just had it on taco.
Going for the dip in.
Is it close?
It's definitely close.
Okay,
for
cool,
sure.
cool. All
It has
right.
more spice too, which I like.
Oh, all right, sweet.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
So maybe next time we would use 2 fire packets and not any cayenne, or
For sure.
okay.
I still give it 2 thumbs up.
Awesome. All right.
I'm stoked about it.
Well, there you have it. This man loves the
Yeah,
lava
thank you.
sauce, and so he gave it a 2 thumbs up. So I don't know. The internet
too.
is. You like it
I
too?
put it in the potato dish
Ooh.
from Taco Bell.
I didn't
where
know
it's
you
at.
like spicy.
I love spicy. It's very delicious.
See, for a white girl, she's got flavor.
Yes.
All right.
I second that.
All right. Yay. So lava sauce was a success.
Success, yes.
Oh, for
So
sure.
there we
That's
go.
really good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, it is
you know what?
hot.
I'm going to have to try a little bit.